You know what? If this was a white police officer, oh my god, my headphones fell. Yo, what's good, YouTube? Froze back in the house. Yo, anyways, today's video we're watching Cop Loses It When He Gets a Dirty Look. Let me show you guys who's by, you know, EWU. We've reacted to a couple videos before and they've been pretty fast, so let's get right into it.
You need more training. You need more training.
You know what, for a second I thought that was the cop saying that. I was gonna say that is wild if the police officer's saying that, but nah, it's not. It's not.
You need sacrifice. You got a mental problem. He said he's gonna catch a body, everything recorded. Him right here. He said he gonna catch a body out here. Everything he came up to me with a stick.
Yo, what? He came up to you with a stick, like a physical stick. Is that what he's trying to say right now? Is that what he done?
August 23rd, 2020. Police.
Oh, they had to do it, man. They had to do it. You guys went and rage baited the police.
Police officers on patrol in Chicago made the abrupt decision to detain a young man by the name of Leroy Kennedy. One moment Leroy was going about his day, and the next he was being tackled, his face ground into the pavement. He was resisting arrest, officers would later inform him. But the original reason they stopped him seemed to mystify everyone, including the officers themselves, who seemed intent on behaving unprofessionally throughout the encounter. Right away, we're situated in the middle of a chaotic scene fueled by an incensed...
You just go up to that man, like, speak to him for like 2 seconds, then start chucking him to the ground. Like, what did he do?
Mob. They've just witnessed a violent incident instigated by the police themselves.
Hey, no, chill out. You got we'll roll your we'll roll your we'll roll your we just you take the come on we'll roll your you just
oh yo Ruben, what are you telling me, bro? Yo, these guys are mental, bro. I hear it though, because he did just, from what I've seen so far, he's just like dragged him for no reason.
You playing, bro. You playing, bro. You playing, bro. You playing. Helping you. Helping you. You just this face up like.
Hi, come on, bro. Have you tried it yet?
Man, you just this face up. That you was trying to fight me, bro. You were trying to fight the.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say anything, but I think the police officers are low-key scared right now.
You touching me for no reason, bro. I ain't got shit on you, bro. I ain't take off running out walk though. I ain't run out walk though. On my man, I'm coming on. Stop pushing him, bro. I'm gonna get some medical attention.
Oh, damn. Why? What did he do?
You might expect that once Leroy is in the back of the squad car, his defenders will disperse. However, this seems to have the exact opposite effect.
Yo, did they like, what did they do? Like crowd the car?
Bro, bag up. I'll be back. Bag up.
You know what? If this was a white police officer, oh my god, my headphones fell. My headphones fell. I was gonna say, if this was a white police officer, I can't even carry on with what I was saying. If this was a white police officer, he would have been called racist, you hear me?
The chaotic scene has quickly evolved to what appears to be a standoff between officers and civilians. The officer having put his hands around Leroy's neck and having thrown him to the ground, definitely doesn't appear to have been warranted. While exercising force against a fleeing suspect is allowed, so long as the force is reasonable under the circumstances.
That is not reasonable.
Leroy didn't appear to have been a fleeing suspect. He also didn't appear to have been resisting, nor did it seem he had any weapons on his person. There must be specific—
You just walk up to him and slam them for no reason. I understand this guy's anger, you get me?
Specific articulable facts to support the exercise of force, and here we aren't seeing any.
Give me some space. I'm trying to get medical attention, bro. Because you did. It is what it is. Ain't no
Why is he arguing with him like he literally did it, bro? What's that? You get me? Bro, I'm sorry. I apologize. You get me?
That's why we don't like y'all. Should kill y'all. I hate y'all.
You just my face up, bro. I ain't got bro. I have nothing. Why you take? What y'all with me, bro? I won't, bro. I won't, bro. Did you move my hands? Bro, I won't. You want to search me, bro? How about the cop you search me? You can search me hands down, everything. I have nothing.
Hamlin in the cuffs. Take control now.
I got you, bro.
Okay, now disregard. Take a disregard. Disregard Hamlin in the cuffs. Disregard Hamlin. Take a disregard.
He just walked up to him and slammed him in the ground, bro. I can't believe that.
It also doesn't help that more police are joining the scene by the minute. It's hard to say who's most upset, Leroy, the crowd, or the police. One of the officers who participated in the arrest appears to be particularly agitated and takes it out on the crowd.
Let's go then. Skinny. Take that off. 140-pound ass. Right. 140 pounds. Hold on with your homies. Talk to you.
Yo, he's getting violent. I'm scared to play the game. It's cool, bro. It's cool.
He wasn't like that when you just got out here. He was not like that. He was not like that. He said he got to go when you off the clock. He gonna catch you every day. We stay there. That's all that fuck, bro. Ain't nobody trying to intimidate you.
I appreciate you guys. Stay right there. It's fine.
Ain't nobody trying to intimidate you, bro. Why you getting all tough and down like that?
Sticks and you picking up sticks.
Bro.
Pussy ass motherfucker.
I ain't trying to say nothing, but the police officer's low-key getting bitch right now. I can't lie. It's crazy speaking to police like that. Like, this is actually crazy.
We know. We're not lying about it.
My fault,
What the
bro.
force though? We start fighting around. He choked him through the gate. Try to talk to him.
Can I talk to him? Yo, what part of talking is good? Yo, boosh.
We don't need that. Yeah, because he slammed him on the. He did. I understand. But Buddy was coming up behind him. Okay, trying to pull him away. It's on camera. It's on camera.
It is on camera. You're right. It's on camera. That you just slammed him for no reason.
What's the issue? You need more training.
I need more training.
You need sacrifice. You got a mental problem. You said you're gonna catch a body. Everything recorded.
Yeah, how are you gonna be a police officer and start beefing? You know, you're meant to be setting the example. You get me?
Him right here. He said he gonna catch a body out here. Everything
He came up to me with a stick.
Straight home. You clipped him, bro. Take that him, bro. Take that him, bro.
Yeah, bring that stick.
Look at his face, bro.
Catch a body today.
You might think you
Bro, what? And no way, you can't be saying stuff like, you can't be threatening people as a police officer over a stick.
misheard the officer, but he did in fact say that he was looking to catch a body, and as he continuously points out to the crowd, it's all on video.
You picked up a bag. It's on camera. I did. I will.
Man said he will.
Everything has gotten out of hand, and the officer needs to quickly separate Leroy
Bro, the officer's not bad.
from the scene. Considering the number of members of law enforcement who've responded to the scene, at least 1 to 2 should be making efforts to de-escalate the situation and to calm the civilians. However,
none of them are.
What we've seen isn't consistent with this. At this point, it's clear that the officers have lost control of the situation. Irate civilians have surrounded the cruiser, and Leroy should have already been transported away from the scene.
They just want to sit here and beef them, man. That's what it is. They just want to sit here and beef them.
I wasn't. Your ass was inside. I'm intimidated.
There's something obviously wrong with him, bro.
The situation is now completely out of control. Officers are behaving unprofessionally, which tarnishes the law enforcement badge. While they should never let their emotions be seen, their anger has gotten the best of them. The civilians have a right to challenge authority, and the officers have no right to speak to the civilians the way they are, including the name-calling and threatening to lock them up as you just witnessed. As the police car begins to pull away,
can't lie, I hope that guy has been saying, I'm gonna catch a boy, I'm gonna catch a boy. I hope he catches getting fired, bro. That didn't make sense. Let's go in.
The officer continues shouting insults out the window.
Make more than you, bro. Running. Remind me to take this. Relax.
Come on camera, bro.
I got you. We got you. Ain't nobody gonna treat you badly. I'm gonna get you water and everything, okay?
But
everybody been treating you bad. That's literally what I was about to point out. Yo, you literally you slammed this guy for no reason.
Based on the police
talking about treating badly.
Police treatment Leroy has experienced so far.
My fault. I'm pausing it. Leroy's literally being gaslighted right now.
Oh, these promises likely don't mean much. Back where the crowd is gathered, several bystanders attempt to explain how the situation has played out so far. The response they get is lackluster at best, if not outright dismissive.
He go see his sister, man. Put their hand on him. He jumped out, he grabbed him. He didn't try to get aggressive with him. He picked him up and slammed him, man. On the guy in the car.
The officer, when
the black
gentleman told him to not touch him, the officer got mad and choked him. And then he tried to resist. The officer took him and slammed him on the ground.
He wasn't doing nothing. Why did the police officer get out of the car?
We have no idea. They parked right here. They parked right here. They were sitting down right here. He started walking towards them. The gentleman got up and started walking away. I guess he didn't want no problem. They never found nothing on. He wasn't doing anything wrong. The black officer tried to corner him off, ran and chased him and blocked him off. He said, man, I ain't did nothing. Don't touch me. The officer grabbed him and started choking him.
All right. My suggestion is, if you want to make a complaint, you can call COFA. But obviously, it looks like the guy's under arrest for something.
What that something is remains to be seen. An officer needs
what has he done that's that bad to get front slammed?
Needs to take charge of the situation and give the disgruntled witnesses a voice. They need for someone to listen and to feel they've been heard. They should be given the option to fill out statements and potentially compose formal complaints. Even if the complaints don't move forward, perception is everything, even so much as giving the witnesses business cards as a way to build trust. For now, officers clear the original scene and arrange to meet EMS at a more controlled location. However, not all of the officers go quietly, fanning the flames of unrest before leaving the area.
Oh, we come out thick. That's how we do. I'm just talking to the community, bro. That's it. I still love you, though. I still love you. I love you, Papa.
I'm so confused.
All right, let's go. They just need attention. I don't want to give them attention.
Just a few blocks away, one of the officers waiting for EMS.
Talking about attention, yo, my boy Leroy needs some medical attention, you hear me?
To assess Leroy finally thinks to ask a rather important question.
We jumped him.
What's the arrest for? We jumped him. What?
What's he arrested for? They instantly started fighting. But you don't know what you're arrested for? To be arrested for.
Hey, no, hey, see my face? Do you see my
As we saw in the arrest footage, this isn't exactly true. It seems that the police are getting creative. Police chased Leroy down, and it was only after they laid hands on him that he began to flail.
They started grabbing on Ridge as soon as we walked up, grabbing his back, grabbing the doctor's vest, pulling him away. We didn't even say
This claim may be true. Conflict once again flares between Leroy and the officers while they wait for EMS.
Yo, these officers need to be fired.
Wait,
they don't even... Oh my days. Yo, they don't even know what they're arresting him for. Is he about to get in the back?
Even rookies are taught not to engage with a yelling detainee. While it would go a long way in the court of public opinion and among a jury when footage shows officers not engaging, this particular officer opens the door to the cruiser and confronts Leroy. His act is clearly unprofessional. In addition, the backwards worn baseball hat wouldn't be a standard issued uniform item.
Clearly. Yo, oh my days, yo, yo, these police officers are mental. Oh my god.
Oh, holy. Police already saw.
Yo, I can't lie. I thought they was about to go in their back and jumping, bro. I'm not even joking. That wouldn't seem so off topic right now.
That Leroy had a phone during the arrest, the search, and when they initially placed him in the car.
injuries from the takedown? Yeah. I see you. Yeah.
Oh, Angelo Gray, 514 914. Angelo, I'm gonna sue all you. Angelo Gray, I'm gonna lose y'all job. Angelo Gray, adversary, Harry, Rain the Rep, yo, Robinson on Long Park. What your strike out? I'm gonna get all you. Angelo Gray. Watch this.
Soon EMTs arrived to tend to Leroy's injuries. He's escorted out of the police car and into the ambulance while police decide who will accompany him to the hospital. Before getting underway, police take the opportunity to search Leroy again, but nothing incriminating has appeared in his pocket since the last time they checked. With that out of the way, they can finally head to the hospital. In addition to the scrapes on his face, Leroy was treated for injuries to his hands and wrists. There were also concerns about a concussion due to the force with which Leroy's head hit the pavement. While he has recovered physically, he's since come forward to say the encounter left him traumatized.
I don't blame him, you get me? I don't actually blame him.
I don't understand why you still up.
What's up?
Why you still up?
Why am I still what?
Why the you still up?
Why am I still what?
You heard what I said.
It's a good question because you've certainly noticed Leroy still hasn't been told why he's under arrest. While the United States Supreme Court has held that it's good police practice to tell a suspect why they're being arrested when taken into custody, the Supreme Court is...
I don't... Look, why is he actually arrested? It's gonna be like... It's gonna be jaywalking. It's gonna be something like that. I'm telling you, it's gonna be like jaywalking or something.
Found no constitutional requirement to do so. Very few states statutorily require this in the United States. It's an exception far from the norm.
Patel 18129.
Damn sure gonna know. My lawyer come holler at y'all, you damn sure gonna know.
Cool.
Damn sure finna get y'all food.
Alright, that's good.
Like, damn sure finna get y'all food.
I really don't blame him.
Best of luck to you, buddy.
1829.
That's the best one. Why is he still being cocky, bro? You know you literally front slammed the guy for no reason. He's still being cocky. I hope this guy gets sued and sued hard.
Best of luck to you, buddy.
Good luck. You got 200,000 for the same. You got good luck. Why you grabbing me like that? Why you grabbing me for though? I don't get why he touching me, bro.
When Leroy's arrest came under investigation, it seemed police had very little to say for themselves by way of explanation.
Why is he arrested? Why is he arrested?
Alright. We'll put everybody else as offenders that grabbed you. We'll do that on the case report. We'll start head on. Yeah, the description or whatever. We'll get the camera. All right, head on in.
It's clear that the sergeant is aware the situation has been botched. The story officer settled on was that Leroy looked directly at the officers as they drove by.
What? So they didn't actually arrest him for anything? Oh my god. Cop loses it when he gets a dirty look. That's what the title was about. So they didn't even arrest him for anything. He just looked at the police.
His eyes and then walked away. It appears that Leroy was violent.
So apparently he went like this. This is why they beat him up. This is why they jumped him. And this is why they beat him up, because he went like this. He went.
Arrested for the serious crime of looking surprised. The official report went on to mention that
Yo, am I gonna get arrested? Yo, don't arrest me. Yo, when you see my thumbnails, don't arrest me, bro. Don't arrest me.
Police suspected Leroy might have had a gun when he reached for his pocket, but as they later discovered, all he could have been reaching for was his phone or glasses. It seems the real reason Leroy was stopped was simply a case of bullying or misuse of power. Leroy was charged with resisting arrest and aggravated assault against a peace officer.
I am willing to bet anything that that's dropped. There's no way that gets through.
All charges were dropped a few months later, thanks to the body camera footage which proved Leroy was not the instigator. Leroy proceeded to sue the City of Chicago Police Department for personal damages, as well as to ensure this sort of situation doesn't happen again. He was ultimately awarded $195,000. Clearly, the situation should have been handled
You should have gone a bit more. I hear that. At least he got something from it.
Much differently. While police training has progressed over the years, it must continue to evolve and grow with the times. De-escalation, implicit bias, and wellness of law enforcement officers.
I think it's pretty standard. Just don't go up to someone and just chuck them to the ground for no reason. I don't think that's like something like new they need to put into police training.
Officers are a few of the mandatory training programs officers must complete. In addition, they're now educated on reporting misconduct they see other officers committing. While officers like these should be a thing of the past, we still have a long distance ahead, evidenced by what we just witnessed.
I don't know what the hell I just witnessed. I actually don't know what that was. My days. Yo, if you man enjoyed that reaction, if you man enjoyed watching this video, yo, leave a I can't even speak. Leave a like, drop a sub, it means a lot. Anyways, Afusa, peace out.